As a caregiver, getting some systems in place makes a big difference. So one of the big tasks I've taken on is the awareness that whatever my day might have been might change in an instant, and having systems in place really makes a big difference in being able to navigate that without a lot of frustration. Communication and caregiving, they're a requirement, or otherwise this just doesn't work. Not only communicating her needs to me, but as a caregiver, I have to communicate my needs to her as well, because burnout is extremely high when you're doing this. And times that have been the worst is when our communication has broken down for whatever reason. It also matters for the people around us too, because, we might require help. I kind of have my hand almost on everything outside of what she kind of tries to do for her business stuff. That's where trying to find balance of being a caregiver and also allowing her to have some independence is so important, because nobody wants to feel like they're in a position where they're a burden. So emotional support is huge. I do the majority of the cooking. So some days, because she has trouble swallowing, we have to have a menu that is soft food only to make sure that she's getting the nutrients, but she's able to get it down without choking. That's been a big one. Cutting foods up small enough so that she doesn't have to chew too much, because that can create fatigue and then she has trouble getting the food down. With something like myasthenia, you end up having to help people move a lot, and moving people can be very difficult. It can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, and it can actually harm the caregiver as much as it could potentially harm the person that they're taking care of if you're not prepared. I find strength training to be invaluable, not just because it makes helping someone easier, but it teaches you how to move your body in safe ways. Just general movement patterns, getting yourself stronger, these things are vital. So managing energy can be very tricky. The biggest one I found is to try to work on your sleep hygiene. I mean, there is no better way to get your energy back than good quality night's sleep. I try to put my phone down earlier in the evening now. Try to make sure that I don't, drink coffee too late in the day. Set myself up for success when I go to bed at night so that I'm not just laying there tossing and turning. As a caregiver, I find it invaluable to attend her appointments, because if she's going alone, things can be lost in translation. And then there are times where I have questions for the doctor when they bring things up, and I need those answers too, because I'm here 24/7, they're not. As a caregiver, it's absolutely vital to find time for yourself. You have to, or you're going to end up burning out. You have to make sure that you also are able to live your passions too. Getting into the role of caregiver should not be taken lightly. It can be emotionally, physically, very taxing. You need to have your eyes wide open. You need to understand that your life is going to change in ways that you have no ability to identify when you begin. I found it's made me a much better person, a much more empathetic person. Do everything you can do to put yourself in the best position to be the best caregiver possible. And always, always, always communicate with the person you're taking care of and the people around you, because you're going to find people want to help. Let them.